Good morning. I'm Britt Hoglund, and I'm here to welcome you to the Center for Spiritual Living, Tacoma, those in person and those online. We are so glad that you're here with us today. Our musicians today are special musical guests Anjali, Silva, and Pete Beresford on percussion. Our speaker today is our beloved Reverend Drew Ebersole. Let's also take a moment to recognize all the wonderful souls who are helping put on our service today. Let's hold applause till the end. India Quay Grace, Ronald Edens, Susan Blake, Suzanne Frazier, Sherry Gilliard, Rose Palmer, Casey Nicholson, and Mary Steenson. Thank you, everyone, for your service. We're grateful for you. Please see your program announcements for important information about all the fantastic things happening here at CSL Tacoma. And for the folks online joining us, please visit our website at csltacoma.org and explore the heading What We're Up To. Practitioners will be in the room in the back after service holding a prayer circle. Please join them if you have a need for prayer. If you're new today and comfortable raising your hand, please do so. Excellent. We'll bring you a packet. Inside the packet, there's a card that says Stay Connected. We invite you to fill that out and put that in the offertory plate later in this service. We also invite you to join us after service for refreshments and authentic connection. The Center for Spiritual Living Tacoma is a peaceful, loving, and joyful spiritual community connected through a shared set of values, principles, and practices. We awaken and embody an understanding of our oneness with Source and all of life. We are committed to individual transformation, healthy relationships, and being a beneficial presence in our community and the planet. Our vision is to create a world that is thriving in harmony. Your presence makes a positive difference, and you are most welcome here. And now it is time for our minister's moment with Reverend Drew.
All right, good morning. How's it going today? All right, hands up, we're on the roller coaster. Woo! Get this way. Woo! All right. I can't resist, that's too fun. All right, we got a couple of really good things. We're gonna cruise through some nice things that are happening in our community so you can feel that, and then we'll get into our service for the day. So first, Susan Blake is a wonderful, amazing teacher. And she just completed a class that was meeting downstairs before service. And they really had to endure a lot with all the music and the pounding and me running around yelling. And they still maintained clarity and calm enough to complete a class. Susan, if you don't know her, is a tremendously gifted teacher and a wonderful practitioner in our community. And she's going to say just a word and recognize the people that completed her class. So Susan Blake.
Thank you. I gain as much, if not more, from teaching, and so I'm always grateful for the opportunity. And this particular class was a really, really beautiful, brave, and expansive exploration. The class was called Revealing Wholeness, and they went deep. It's a class that talks about the body, the mind, the spirit, the quantum physics of how we manifest and shift and change our thoughts, our beliefs, impact form, which is the expression of ourself, which then creates reality. And this group of individuals, I was very honored to witness their process and exploration and courage to facing that which showed up for them. And I just want to recognize them and have you recognize them for the growth that they've started. It's a never-ending process. And we all wrote a prescription for what to do and what to come next. And so I just invite all of you to consider doing something like a class. It's one thing to be here in community and to hear messages every Sunday and that shifts us and we grow and expand. But it's another thing to meet with a group of people and develop trust and companionship and connection, and do your own exploration and share it with others as you're going through it. And it really deepens your experience as a human being in and spirit. So I invite you to take a class. So will you please come up, Tracy Halleck and George. George was a doctor today that gave us all a prescription.
Yeah, George, Dr. George on duty.
And Marge, where's Marge? Okay. And Ken and Laura. Yay. Thank you all so much. You did brave, courageous, revealing work, and I'm honored to have witnessed your process. Thank you.
Awesome. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you for all that. Our teens are at camp. That's them. And apparently had a lot of fun getting down there together, and Rose drove, and it was really cool. And Ty donated his car for them to all, didn't donate it permanently to the center, but I'm not saying I would be adverse to that. You know, we can talk and see if that's good. No, but I really wanted to take a second and recognize us all as supergens who wrote them letters. They got a packet of about 40 letters from our community. And when they heard that, my son said, hot damn. Because that kind of support is rare for a teenager to feel that sense of love. And again, that is spirit in action. When you share your wisdom with these young people to feel how they can just elevate to a whole new level. They're going to read these letters during this week, during me time, and they're going to feel your voice and your thread of wisdom through their lives. So I just want to say thank you. Just take a second and pat your neighbor on the back and say thank you very much for supporting our young people. And that's how we interconnect it. You know, we talk a lot about next gen, and we have many of our next gen leaders here. We talk about the teens or the youth, but we are in deep need of our elders and the wisdom that we share, and we're going to keep that going strong. There's going to be a series coming up on that. So just thank you. Thank you. It was brilliant. Well done. Well done. All right, let's talk about pride. I see Justin right there handing out bracelets. You've got a bracelet from Justin. He was an absolute wonderful leader for that event yesterday and held that booth and another booth. Justin put about 12 miles on a pedometer between the two. He had Cascade, which is his workplace, and he had us, and he was back and forth, and he did a wonderful job. And he had 15 volunteers. If you still haven't volunteered for that, or you were even there at the event, stand up for a minute, and let's see you all. All right, and what that is showing kind of what I'm talking about today of a living prayer. That is living and loving acceptance at the highest level. And there were other religious organizations there, but none of them sponsored the event. We were the sole sponsor for that event. And that should show you that we put our money where our mouth is, and we say we are spirit in action, and we're creating a world that's thriving in harmony. Right there. Good job. All right. And speaking of outreach, we have Mel Glaze, who is our neuro director of marketing. Is Mel around? Right now? Oh, there she is. Sorry. Okay. And she's going to come up and talk about, we're having a cool marketing meeting afterwards. And Mel is the real deal. Mel is so good and helping us on so many levels. And we're just so blessed and grateful to have her. So Mel, tell us about today.
Yeah, so this afternoon at 12:30, I'm going to host a very casual info meeting for anyone interested in sharing your gifts of words or love for beauty, I'm so grateful that I found this place, and it was a friend that invited me. So there's one way that people find us. And I mostly just want to sit with y'all and have a conversation to see how we can make it easier for more people to find us, to come through our doors, because this place genuinely is so special. I can feel it. I felt it the moment I stepped foot in this place in November. And I'm just continuing to feel that way. So if you were interested in giving an hour or two a month of your time to help us strategize and get creative, and marketing kind of gets a bad rap, but it's basically just letting people know that we exist and that we're here and what we're up to, and we're up to a lot of things. So if you are free this afternoon and want to come hang out with me for about an hour, it'll be pretty short and sweet. But I would love to see you there.
And I've been told to make a public service announcement that the Food for the Soul events are going great. And make sure you see Leslie about making your payments, so make sure you're all set up for that. But we're rocking it. Everybody's really doing a great job with that, so well done. And now we have a little video from our Enneagram workshop, which is coming up next Saturday. And this is Mel and Z. And they're two ministers in our movement that are going to come here and speak on the 19th, the day after, but they're doing the workshop the day before. So let's hear what they have to say. Let's take a look at the video.
My name is Melissa Felipe.
And my name is Z Egloff, and we're here to tell you a little bit about our workshop, the Enneagram Experience.
Yep. The Enneagram can show you aspects of yourself that may have been hidden to you in the past.
Yes, absolutely. It can also increase self-compassion and compassion for others.
Right, and because of that, then you get along better with other people.
And it's a wonderful tool for spiritual growth because it can point you to spiritual practices that will liberate you from your personality as opposed to perpetuating those blind spots.
Yes, it's made a huge difference in my life.
We've developed a unique way to teach the Enneagram using animal archetypes.
Yep, I'm a monkey.
And I'm an owl, but more on that later.
We also use guided meditation and role play that allow you to both embody and get an experience of interacting with every type.
Whether you're new to the Enneagram or you're a seasoned student, this workshop is for you.
Yep, see you there.
So you should get you should have gotten an email saying there are some spaces left, so please sign up right away and get your spot reserved for it. It's going to be a great day. I know my wife CJ and I are coming, and I think everybody else is going to have a great time. So there we go, Enneagram. And in that vein of multidiscipline, we're multifaceted. We do Buddhist meditation, we do science classes, we do heart-centered work all the time on how we love one another through MBI and Manifesting Mondays. We have Kent Combs with us today, and Kent's doing another workshop the week following on Qigong, which is an amazing, amazing practice. So Kent, will you come tell us a little bit about your workshop? And Kent's come all the way from Olympia to do it with us, so he loves us like we love him. That's great.
Have you guys been breathing today? Why don't we breathe together? Let's take 3 breaths together and just feel what a shift it can make. Let's breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth, and in and out. And one more time, in and out. You guys thought I was doing that for you, but that's just so I could calm my nervous system when I come up here and have to see all your faces and do some public speaking. So I'm going to guess that you've all heard about the law of attraction. I'm going to guess that you've tried it to varying degrees of success. And I'm going to also guess that you've probably used your mind to engage with the law of attraction. The thing is, the mind can be, if it's anything like mine, I'll use I statements. My mind can be a little fickle. And so Qigong for Somatic Alchemy is about using the technology and the effortlessness of your body to embody the law of attraction, to dance the reality that you want into existence so that you shift your energy and you become a magnet for what you want. Now, this can be done outside of the practice of Qigong, but we're going to be using a Qigong dance called Yellow River Dancing. The technical name is Yin Yang Medical Qigong Dance. It's not that enticing, but what you're going to do is you're going to come and we're going to pour whatever you bring. You're going to just pour it into the river of this practice. And you're going to let it transform you, and then you're going to see the results. I started doing this practice about 3 months ago, and I'm not going to begin to talk to you about all the different ways that my life has changed, but I will say I'm very excited to share this with you. The workshop's happening in 2 weeks. If you register today or tomorrow, you can get the early bird pricing. Regardless of when you register, you'll also get a copy of the workbook, as well as an online course and some other goodies that I'm not going to spoil, so you can go and check them out for yourself. If you have any questions, please come and find me after service. And thank you guys so much. And thank you, Britt.
Okay, a lot going on. But now we're going to start to shift into our service a little bit by first taking a moment of quiet to recognize that kind of what Kent said is what my talk's about today, be a living prayer. We'll talk about that. So let's do that by imagining, knowing, feeling, embodying peace in our world. If not us, who? And if not now, when? So let's just all breathe in, take a moment of silence. Be contemplative about being the peace we want to see in our world. Thank you. Because if we got it here, we can get it everywhere. And that's a reality. Another practice, spiritual practice of gratitude. You write them, I read them, we feel them. Let's go. I want you to take these in because as I read them, they are your gratitudes too. All right, we celebrate with that person, but we celebrate deeply within ourselves that we can embody this gratitude. This is about embodiment, as Ken said. It's about beingness. My warrior friends, the United States of America. I'm grateful for coming to America, even though it was rough at the beginning. Stretches that have helped my sciatica. People cleaning up after the fireworks. And by the way, did you see in the World Cup where the Japanese people cleaned up in the stadium every time after a game? It was so remarkable. Their whole fan base would just get around and clean up the stadium. I was like, that is a living prayer right there. Being in a supportive environment, getting out of a homeless shelter and getting into safer housing. Being reminded that I am a positive impact on the world, my personal growth and my resilience. Waking up in time to make it to the center. Love it. I am so grateful for this service. Thank you for this community, your smiles, your jokes, your hugs, your wisdom. Neighbors who care for me. Having 4 years sober in my life. And it's getting better every day. CSL is the center of my recovery. Thank you so much for being part of that journey. Sunday service and the music. This amazing community that is CSLT. And knowing that I am spirit manifest as love. That's the whole point right there. All right, more new opportunities and a lovely time at Brian Ebersole's home for Food for the Soul. He was a great host. Our amazing and growing teen and next-gen groups and the incredible letters of support that everyone received. Go. Curious George, who provides beautiful emotional support for Tracy, who is whole, complete, and perfect in every way, shining your light into the world. All the wisdom and patience I received from my teachers. And this one says, I'm grateful for this community at CSL. It has filled my life with laughter, gratitude, joy, caring, love, light, and most of all, hope. Truly, at the end of my rope, with no hope and no, see, an expletive, no shits to give left, I found myself at CSL. Then I began to find moments of people and hope, joy, light again. And regardless of my deepest trials, I know that I am not alone. And that means more to me than anything. Thank you. And now, let's begin our service. Take a deep breath in and just receive this gift of time for your soul.
Awaken, awaken your mind, oh, awaken your soul divine, oh, awaken. It's your time to awaken. It is time to awaken your soul and your mind. Open up your heart, oh, awaken. Awaken your mind, oh, awaken. Your soul divine, oh, awaken. It's your time to awaken. It is time to awaken your soul and your mind. Open up your heart, oh, awaken. Awaken your mind, oh, awaken. Your soul divine, oh, awaken. It's your time to awaken. It is time to awaken your heart and your soul and your mind. It is time to awaken your heart and your soul and your mind. It is time to awaken your heart and your soul and your mind. Open up your heart.
Morning. Yay! We're all here. I love it. So if you choose to close your eyes and go to that place within you where you feel the presence, the one, the only. And also, just in keeping with the day and the theme here of prayer, know that you are a living prayer. Emotionally, mentally, physically, your words, your thoughts, your walk in the park, your petting your favorite kitty, taking care of your kids, greeting the clerk in the store, saying hi to a stranger, smiling for no apparent reason. You are a living prayer. All of those things that you do, all of those things that you are, all of those things that just come to you naturally and easily, manifest spirit into this world. And the spirit that dwells within you is not like an individual thing. You don't have ownership of that because it's a collective. That spirit that occupies this beautiful space within your body, within your mind, within your thoughts, within your physical movement, that spirit is a collective. We all have that. We all have that capability. We all have the capability of shining greatly every day and exhibiting the beautiful prayer of life. The beautiful prayer of life that we get to share. I mean, it's fabulous. If you even give it 2 seconds thought, it's fabulous. It's fabulous. And I am grateful. I am so grateful every moment for that knowing that Spirit indwells me and that Spirit indwells you. And that Spirit indwells everything, is infused in the smooth stones on the riverbank, or the sun that shines on you, the flower that blooms, the bird that sings, the victories, the joys, the challenges, the loss, the grief. It's all in our life as prayer. And we move through it beautifully, knowing that we are the beloved of the beloved. And so right now I just say thank you, thank you, thank you, sweet Spirit, and I release all of this into the universe from which it came, knowing that it's done. And I say thank you, and so it is.
I forgot we have a special guest. Maurie is one of our next gen Forces for Good that's happening right now. And she's an amazing, amazing soul. And she is a teacher and a friend of all ours. And she had an idea that she wanted to create a poetry song piece. And Anjali, being an amazing professional, obliged her. But she's going to share a little bit about how that came to be. And then we're going to hear the song. So come on up, Maurie.
Good morning, friends. So, I'm going to pull up my notes here. So about 8 or 9 months ago, I was experiencing extreme burnout and wasn't really sure what I needed to do. So I went outside, and as part of my regular walks, I like to kind of just touch the trees and the leaves, and eventually that developed into more. I started playing and feeling grounded with the plants and the trees. You'll see these are plants and trees mainly around Tacoma area. And as I started playing and becoming more grounded, I started to feel inspired because of this wonderful network of trees and leaves and rivers and nature is a beautiful harmony all together, just playing a beautiful song. And poetry started to arrive in my mind, little bits and pieces at first, and started singing to myself. And I was like, I need to capture that. So I came up with an idea, and initially I called it Infinite Possibilities. And then there are no coincidences, but there are miracles. I met Anjali here at CSL. We were having coffee, and I said, hey, she told me about what she does, and I said, hey, I have a song. Could you help me develop it? And she worked with it. She kept following up with me, and then she had something super beautiful, and I listened to it. This song really, it really, I love what she did with it. Thank you, Anjali. I'm really excited for you all to hear it. Thank you. Thank you.
So the song is Playing in a Stream. Can you put the lyrics up? And I invite you to sing along. We do some la la las, and yeah, let's use our voices. La 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 la. La 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 la. Sing along with me. La 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 la. La 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 la. We're playing in a stream of endless possibilities, like an orchestra carrying our dreams. So strum along with me and pick up the string. We'll play a little tune and join the harmony. Join the harmony. La 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 la. La 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 la. Let it go, come on. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Let's sing it again. We're playing in a stream of endless possibilities, like an orchestra carrying our dreams. So strum along with me and pick up the string. We'll play a little tune and join the harmony. Join the harmony. La la la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Through creativity, fulfill our destiny. Peace, love, joy, centered in everything. Peace, love, joy, centered in everything. Peace, love, joy, centered in everything. Peace, love, joy, centered in everything.
Maurie, way to go.
Well, what you guys didn't get to see was me watching her. That was pure joy, my darling. Thank you so much. Thank you. So now I have a couple readings for you. The first one is by Barbara DeAngelis, and it says, when you live with constant gratitude, your life becomes a living prayer. In Swami Sivananda, we are a living prayer, a living communion. We can feel the whole universe as God's dwelling place. And then I have just one of my favorites from my favorite mystic, Joel Goldsmith. And it says, prayer is the inner vision of harmony. That was just the theme of her song. The inner vision of harmony. This vision is attained by giving up the desire to change or improve anyone or anything. Thank you.
So I'm a songwriter. And I was thinking about that today, like my track of songwriting. And today, all the songs that I'm bringing to you, most of them are songs that I've written or helped to develop. And I was thinking also, I need to record these songs. And I need a producer. And like Spirit was saying, it's okay, just put it out. I need a producer. So I'm putting it out there. If anybody is like in this room today that's like, yes, I will help produce you, talk to me after the service. All right, we got the words. Yes, we do. I want you to sing along with this song and feel it inside of you. I am whole, perfect, strong, powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy. Let's do it again. I am whole, perfect, strong, powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy. Everyone you meet, walking down the street, has a story inside. Be a guide, talk to them a while. Don't need to pray, and don't need to pray. Just teach them to say, I am whole, perfect, strong, powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy. Let me see the smile on your face. Look at your fellow one walking down the street. Make it your dharma to give them something sweet. A kind act doesn't cost a penny, and it can make a dark day sunny. If you tell them silently you are whole, perfect, strong, powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy. Here we go. I am whole, perfect, strong, powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy. I am happy. I am happy. I am happy. I am happy. Smile real big when you say it. I am happy.
What's up, good people? Today we're talking about being the living prayer. And we've already heard a little bit about it, Qigong, how we embody things, how we're here. I'm looking over at our two friends, Cindy and Vicky, who haven't been here for a while. We're so glad they're back. We love them so much. Others of you are here, and we see Caitlin back, who haven't been here for a while. Many of you have been coming here, but just know that we are here for a bigger purpose. You were born to be a living prayer. Prayer isn't something you do, it's something you are. The embodiment was what we talked about. You know, that's why we don't preach a specific religious perspective here at all. You bring what you want to bring to that, because that tapestry, we catch the thread of all those traditions together and we weave them into this cloth of love that we embody. So I'm going to read a couple things for us here. What if your life itself could be a prayer? Not the words you speak or the rituals you perform, but the way you exist, the way you walk, the way you breathe, the way you love and create and respond to everything. And when you begin living as a prayer, you stop waiting for meaning and you start generating it. You don't wait for it, you generate it. So when we say prayer in this kind of Centers for Spiritual Living, our tradition is that it's not beseeching or begging or asking for, please, almighty somebody out there, you know, he, she on a throne, casting down their little lightning bolts of blessings to you. Although sometimes it does happen for parking spaces, I've noticed. And I'm not saying I'm adverse to that. I'm just saying, you know, no, it's not about that. It's about, it's here, that what's happening is we are the manifestation of that love, of that sense of creation. It's not out there somewhere, it's in here, it's you. It's closer than the vein in your neck. It's your breath, it's you. So when we say prayer, it's about a word, we use treatment, we use creative consciousness. It's about understanding that your thinking and your embodiment creates the world in front of you. It doesn't create all the circumstances, doesn't create what happens. For those of you who are new, and I'll tell you a little bit more, I had a brain tumor, and it was pretty shocking and striking and difficult. And I'll share a little bit more about that later. So I couldn't control that tumor. What I could control was how I was the living prayer of dealing with that tumor. And I use that a lot because it was such a stark, beautiful example of where we all are. What you do control is your thinking. What you do control is understanding that we are perfectly imperfect and that you're exactly who you should be. I think I read that it was some 4 trillion things had to happen for you to be in this precious human birth where you are right now. 4 trillion. That's an astonishing number. Just to get million, billion, trillion right, my brother's a mathematician. He used to quiz me on this. And he would get very upset when people said, I don't know, a million, a billion, or trillion. He'd be like, no! They're very different numbers. To count to 1 million seconds, how long would it take you? So we did 1, 2, 3. It'd be about 11 days. 11 days of time. To count to 1 billion seconds, how long would it take you? 33 years. Now, go to 1 trillion seconds. 33,000 years. The math man got it right. All right, Gary, gold star. Get him a t-shirt and a coffee mug. 30, longer than recorded human history. If you'd have started way back when, they still wouldn't have gotten to 1 trillion seconds. So 4 trillion things that happen to have you be alive here? I mean, damn. You're alive here today. Let's breathe that in for a second. You're alive here in this miracle place. Even if it's hard, even if it's tough, even if it's rough, because it is. You are spirit in action. You are living prayer. So that's a miracle. Just want you to feel that for a second. My life itself is prayer, says Mahatma Gandhi. My life itself is prayer. If you're looking for spirituality, look no further than the mirror. Look no further than those in this space with you right now. That is the essence. That is the hardcore truth of love and spirituality. You are love in action every single day, whether you know it or not. Now, is it hard to remember that? Yep, it is. Is it hard to let go of the fear and the anxiety and the pain and the grief and relinquishing all this stuff? Sure it is. But is it doable? Oh yeah, it's doable. It's very doable. Why? Why is that important? Well, the estimates are that your happiness and well-being are 90% dependent on how you respond to everything. It's only 10% of your circumstances. 10% of your circumstances. I know I've shared the story, but I'll share it really quickly. Undercover bosses, which I love this example. Undercover bosses, guy goes in, he has a porta potty company. Day one, he goes with a worker that is miserable, hates it. He says, this job is shit, literally. I can't stand it, it's awful. And they go through the day, and the boss is like, oh my God, this is terrible. It's awful, it smells bad, it's terrible. And he got like 5 porta potties done that day to clean out. And the boss is like, what am I doing to my people? They're terrible. Next day, comes in. Guy gets up, gets ready, comes in a very nice uniform, salutes himself in the mirror and says, I'm a soldier on the war on poop. Goes about his day, says to the boss, you know what? It's tough, but it's also satisfying. Every time I conquer a porta potty, I do a little celebration and a high five and take a victory lap because I know I made it clean, I know I made it right. And he did 10 porta potties, twice the amount in one day, because he decided he loved it. He decided he was going to make it something good for himself. He decided to be a living prayer for porta potty cleanup. Can you imagine? And the boss gave him, no. Have I got a job for you? And the boss gave him a raise, and the guy was floored and humbled, and he said, you're the example of what's right in our world. You have the option. 90% of your happiness depends on how you respond, what you think and what you believe, right? So, transforming prayer into an embodiment and not a routine. It does so much good for you. Relationships improve. A sense of well-being improves, your immunological system improves, and it's about being conscious of what you're doing. And it could save your life. It could save your life. I know I had a friend that I used to work with, and he escaped the Khmer Rouge in Cambodia, and that was a mass genocide. And he said they were all driven down to the shore to try to find some safe exit to leave. And he said people were piling into these rowboats. And the boats that didn't make it were the boats where everyone panicked and freaked out and screamed and tried to work against each other. But the boats where at least one person remained calm and just began to row. Became a living prayer of calm, of power, of centeredness. They got to the distant shore and were able to survive. So it's a matter of life and death for us to embody what we want to embody every day. And don't worry, you don't have to get there right this second. It's a journey. So you're working on this journey every day, which is also part of it. Life is this eternal universe, and it's forever. There is no destination point. The path is the goal. You being right here is the goal. You being born, your soul called for you to be here, to do this, whatever it is your journey is. If you've got pain, if you've got loss or death or divorce or dismemberment, it doesn't matter. Those aren't accidents. Those are things in your path to encourage you to develop, to grow, to go beyond what you possibly imagined for yourself and to become something that's even greater than your mind could conceive because of the challenge, not in spite of it, because of it. Billy Graham said, true prayer is a way of life. True prayer is a way of life. Absolutely. First is the shift from asking to becoming. You're not looking for it or asking for it or saying, please grant this to me. It's a moment of creating meaning. St. Francis of Assisi did this beautifully. He had ritual to pray, but he stopped that and started to embody it and became the patron saint of animals and of charity and kindness in his area because he realized that's what he had to do every single day. And the energy you carry is the prayer you offer. The energy you carry is spirituality. When people say, what is spirituality? That is it. It's the energy, it's the embodiment, it's the way you walk in the room. We went to Pride yesterday, and I saw these wonderful volunteers, and I saw all the people celebrating there together, feeling safe and feeling loved and feeling cared for. That was exactly why we were here on this planet. When you see Maurie's face after her song was being sung and the lighting up of it, that is why we were here. The energy you carry. Your heart literally broadcasts a signal. Do you know that? It puts out a signal. That's spirituality. What are you putting into the world? When I was in the hospital with my brain tumor and didn't know if I'd recover or if I'd stand again, there were seminal moments that happened for me. There were critical things that happened for me to help me recover. And one of them is, I'm in bed, I'm all bandaged up, can't see out of this eye, deaf on this side, can't use the right side of my body. I'm just lying there. And this physical therapist walked into me and to do a little work, and she closed the door. And she goes, I know you're lying down right now, but I want to show you something. And she went like that. And I said, okay. And she goes, the doctors told me I would never raise my right arm again in my life. I fell off a horse and shattered my collarbone and the right side of my body. And they said, you will never have the use of your right arm. And she goes, and look at me now. Do you see what's possible? With your belief, with spirit, with love? And she goes, and you are going to get up and walk again. And you're going to be completely whole and healthy. And I'm here. Because moments like that. But I want you to feel you in that. I'm raising my right arm for you today, that no matter what you're going through, no matter where you are, no matter what you feel, you are going to be whole and healthy always, and you are going to walk again in your life. That's a reality. That's a living prayer. She embodied that right now, right? She embodied the sense of being the living prayer for me. And I will always be grateful. Living with sacred attention. So here's the game. Here's where we are. Okay? Our mind has some 60,000 thoughts a day. Most of them are negative, and most of them are repetitive. That means, unwittingly, what are we praying for all the time? What we don't like? What we get caught on? Do you ever notice how you can have a great meeting, a great time, a great day, and someone will leave an offhanded remark at you that's judgy or conflicted or angry? And what's the one thing you think about when you go to sleep that night? Okay, so here's why I wanted to say this today, because that's the battle we're fighting as humanity. We're worried about what we want to create, but we're not able to feel that, let it go, and reorganize our thinking to what we want, to who we are. Take a deep breath in right now. Being a living prayer is about understanding that I can embody all of that I can adjust my thinking for that. Living with sacred attention. Attention to everything. Attention to every detail in your life. And that attention allows you to align yourself with an intention. What's your intention? What do you want to become? You're harmonizing your intention with your attention. Your intention with your attention. It's kind of the opposite of AI because it's IA. Okay? We'll call it intelligent authenticity instead of artificial intelligence, right? Intelligent authenticity. That's it. We're IA people. I'll create little buttons that say, ask me about IA. Intention and attention. So when we align those, something happens. We feel it, we sense it. That's what we sense spirit in action. That's what we sense love. We love one another. We love what we're doing. We love ourselves completely. And then we understand that we become a blessing to others. So I want to cue up a little video here. I saw a story and I was captured by it because this is a choice of paying attention, aligning with your intention, and making a difference. And these are our younger people, and this can give us all a little hope. So let's roll the video. So I can't believe it, they got me. I watched it a dozen times and I'm still moved by it. Why is that so moving? Why is it so real and touching? Love in action. That's exactly, it's love in action. Thank you, Anjali. It's love in action. That's what I want to get across today. It's that it's not about some other place or some mystical land. It's right here. You're it, man. This is it. We're in it. We are fully alive as spirit at the center of the universe right here and right now in this moment. And everything you do, every song you write, every time you heal, every life you touch, every way you heal yourself, every person you embrace, that's you being a living prayer and moving into it beautifully. Do you feel that? Take a deep breath in. Put that in your body right now. Put in your body with a fierce determination to never let that go. From this moment on, make a promise to yourself to be the embodiment of love. That's a living prayer. So the sense of a daily practice to do this. The other bit of science for our scientist. Ronald, looking at you. Your subconscious mind takes in 40 million. My brother would have got me for that one. Okay, sorry. I'm sorry, Eric, if you're watching. 40 million pieces of information per second. That's a lot. Out of those millions of pieces of information, how many can you consciously focus on? 40. 40 out of it was a million, sorry, 1 million to 40. 1 million to 40. So the question isn't what's reality. The question is what part of reality are you focused on? What are you doing with your 40 bits? Amen. Okay? What are you doing with your 40 bits? Because that is the way you become a living prayer, is what you see happening in front of you. Where you focus becomes your reality. What are you doing with your 40 bits? So that's our choice as a living prayer, is to be conscious of that possibility. So the other way is to be in service. So a while back, one of our members, Lucas, and he has given me permission to say this, had an event with an ulcer and vomited blood everywhere, all over his house. And our community came in and surrounded and helped him to heal. But after that event, in the home where he wasn't able to be, and his wife, Claudette, looked at this big mess in their house and didn't have a clue to clean it up. And Sharon Sterling and Marge Pearson, who's sitting right over there, put on their gloves, went over to his home, and scrubbed that house clean for hours and hours and hours, using hydrogen peroxide and other solutions to get it clean. And Lucas said he had never felt so loved in his entire life as they did when they did that action. They made him feel that love. That's a living prayer. And that way of living out that sense of caring for others, or what we saw in the video, is so powerful. There's no way to describe that that's your soul's purpose here. That's why we're here. So we're just going to try a couple things, and we're going to understand that breathe in and let it out. that the journey today is about letting go of fear and anxiety and embracing a sense of intention with your attention to the moment continuously, okay? Continuously, so you can become it over time. So we're going to do this for ourselves. So I want you to imagine right now the pure possibilities in your life and what you're intending to become. Just imagine that for a second. Who and what are you intending to become? And how will you begin to embody it? If you're already doing it, affirmations. If we see areas that we really want to grow, confirmation. Now, here's the other part of being a living prayer. We're not alone. As Maurie said, this big network of everything, everyone. And longitudinal studies have determined that the number one reason for your ultimate health and happiness is the strength of your social connections. Right here. So we're going to take a moment and we're really going to connect with each other. Remember, this is our system. If you don't want to be touched, you wave. And then the person will wave back. If you want a handshake or high five or fist bump, one hand. If you want two, it's a hug. So if I come up to someone and I go like this and they go like this, I go to the lowest common denominator of this, right? I wave back. But I want you to really feel love in action. Deep, true, real love in how you connect with one another and how we are building a force of a community that is the embodiment of love. So let's do it. Let's connect.
Thank you, sir. Yes, I love you.
Hey, let's send a little love up to the booth because they're up there alone. So we love you, booth. Okay, so here's where we are in closing this up. Take a deep breath in. How do you feel right now? Nice. Love in action. That is as real as it gets. That is as spiritual as we can be. Become that living prayer. I know I told you a little bit earlier about me recovering from that tumor and the person that helped me. There were so many elements along that journey, but honestly, But I want you to take away is that you are a living prayer. I know that I am a living prayer. I wasn't supposed to be able to recover or walk. Again, they weren't sure. They handed me a form for disability. And the prayer for me was time and patience and consistency. Doing these elemental things of becoming aware of your thinking. So when I would think myself, oh, I don't know if I can do it. I don't know if I can get back up again. I don't know if I can walk today. I just took a deep breath and I went, it's just lovely for me to take 3 steps today. Just 3. And I took 3. And then I took 10. And then I took 100. And then I walked a mile. And then I was running. And then I was skiing. And then I was biking. And then I was playing football with my friends. And then I was lifting weights. And then I was standing in front of everyone. And I was realizing I'm so glad for the paralysis and reminder of compassion. I'm so blessed for it. But I'm so pleased to know that literally I might have half the face, but I'm twice the person. Right? But now I'm going to really turn that back around to you. Because I want you to see your life and what you've been through and the challenges and the realizations. Because you have something to live for. And you have people to love in our world. And you are needed for exactly as you are. For whatever you bring, your gifts are unique and special and pure and good. And that is a living prayer. That is being the embodiment of love itself. So take a deep breath in and let it out. And know that for 4 trillion reasons, you're alive today. Make your life worthy of that 4 trillion. And live beautifully. Be a living prayer. Bless you. All right. So if our greeters would come forward. And part of living that prayer is our generosity and our giving and our caring for the world. So as the plate goes by you, if you could just bless it with your energy. Remember, energy is a living prayer. As we hear this beautiful music, how about Anjali? Is she amazing or what? And Pete, so wonderful. And let's embody this prayer and feel it together as we say, divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. With infinite gratitude, so it is.
We all come from love, and unto love we shall return. We all come from love, and unto love we shall return. Like a stream flowing back to the ocean, like a ray of light returning to the sun. Papanam Kevalam, Papanam Kevalam.
Thank you for being the living prayer of generosity and beauty. Bless you. Thank you.
So, once again, if you choose to close your eyes and go to that place within you where Spirit truly dwells and participates and guides and exemplifies and honors all that we do in this life, this living prayer that we are. I hope all of you feel that love today. I hope each one of you experienced even a fragment of what happened here today. The music, the talk, your neighbors, everything. This building houses love, and we get to go out through the front door and take it to the world. You know, this is a great place. We know we're in the right place at the right time. That this is an appointment for us. This is an appointment with Spirit. We get to be the purveyors of love. We get to go out into the world, no matter our circumstances, no matter our heartache, our grief, our challenge, no matter any of that. We get to choose how we present ourselves in this life. I choose joy. I choose love. I choose to be a big, huge advocate for Spirit. And just know that about yourselves today, that you take that with you. You take that with you. And it may seem like a huge, heavy responsibility knowing that you are responsible for Spirit being in the world. Well, guess what? It is. It is. And we get to live up to that. You get to live up to that in yourself, to accept that beautiful part of yourself and share it with the world. I'm so grateful. And I just say thank you, sweet Spirit. And so it is.
Shavua Tov, everybody. We always say, good week. We bring all this energy into the week ahead of us. Shavua Tov. Please sing along. If you want to stand, feel free. You've been sitting a long time. Shavua Tov, may you have a good week. Shavua Tov, may you find the happiness you seek. Shavua Tov, may your week be fine. Shavua Tov, may it be as sweet as Sabbath wine. Shavua Tov, Shavua Tov. Shavua Tov, may you have a good week. Shavua Tov, may you find the happiness you seek. Shavua Tov, and may your week be fine. Shavua Tov, may it be as sweet as Sabbath wine. Shavua
Don't join us for coffee, but be a living prayer. Let's go.